Happy Monday. Y'all gonna get all this naturalness today. I'm in my champion sweatsuit, bare face. I didn't even lay these edges down. And I didn't feel like doing any of that, but what I do want to share with you is what I've been doing for the past hour, and that's this envisioning exercise called 1 Year into the Future. And it was first introduced to me from the book that I've been talking about lately, Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi. And I could be pronouncing his last name wrong. But the exercise is meant to help you create the future that you want. It's basically meant to help you write your life. And how it works is you imagine it's 1 year from today, and you look back over the past year and you write out what happened during that year to make it the best year ever. And what it does, it makes you look into the future to say, like, if this was the best year, if the past year was the best year ever, this is what would have happened in my life. This is what would have happened in my relationship. This is what would have happened in my career, in my business. And not only do you get to envision your life, but you get to write it. You get to create it with this activity. And it led me to the question of, why is it important to have a vision for your life and to make sure you accomplish it? And I was able to come up with 2 reasons. The first, having a vision for your life is just a reason for fulfillment and happiness and just living the best version of this one life that we get. And that's the first reason. And that reason is all for you, why it's important to have a vision. But I also think that there's a second reason, and that is for others. That's for outside of you, in that by you fulfilling your purpose, there's a ripple effect in that someone else is affected by the fact that you fulfilled your purpose. It could be a small impact or a life-changing impact, but it goes to show that we are all, or confirms that we are all connected to one another, just like everything else in nature, in space. We are not separate from nature. And if we just observe even for a little bit, we can see how connected nature is. And we are a part of them. And so I love that there are parallel reasons why you should pursue your purpose. And having a big vision for your life also means that you get to live a big life. None of us are meant to live small, mundane lives. We are not meant to be small and just live this life, struggle through it, maybe have a few happy moments, that we can look on to. But at the end of it, just be like, ugh, I'm just ready to go. No, you are meant to live this big, happy life. But the only way to get there, because life isn't going to offer you that. You have to create it. You have to take it. In order to live that, though, you will have to envision it. And so what you have to do, what the exercise helps you do, is to get a clear 2020 vision for your life. That is the only way that you'll be able to get there. I don't wear glasses, but many people that I know do wear glasses. And I think they start testing you when you're like super young. You see, little kids wearing prescription glasses. And my thing is, you want 2020 vision, eyesight. And my understanding is that 2020 is perfect eyesight. That is the same type of vision that you should want for your life. Perfect vision, detailed. You want to know down to the details the kind of life. If there's a certain kind of home you want to live in, a certain kind of car you want to drive, a certain kind of lifestyle you want to live, the places where you want to travel. Look into the details. That makes it even more perfect. That's what 2020 vision is being able to see the details in things, being able to look far ahead and being able to read a sign. That's the same type of vision that you want to have for your life. And also the thing about visions is that you do need to understand that they will take time. It takes time for a vision to plan out. That's why I like this exercise, because it focuses on just a year at a time. I feel like, a year to 18 months is a good period of time to be able to make a serious change in your life. 6 months is cool. 3 to 6 months is too short. In that amount of time, you're forming, habits. I know they say it takes 21 days, but you might fall off the wagon and then need to, form the habit again. But a vision just becomes a lifestyle. I believe that many of us are just living within the confines of someone's vision already, and it's not necessarily visions, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. When you look at the society that we live in, that's someone's vision. When you look at something as simple as the car you drive, that's someone envisioned that. Henry Ford. When you look at Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg envisioned that, him and his team. There's this series that I started to watch but didn't complete, called The Men Who Built America. And I'm assuming I only made it through one episode, kind of. I'm assuming it's going to go on to talk about the JP Morgan Chases, the guys who were the big industry guys that pretty much built America. We are all living within the confines of those visions. It's time for you to create your own. Like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing that we live in those visions, but you can have your own vision that runs concurrently with the vision that you currently live within. And so I urge you to write it down. I'll definitely be creating a worksheet on my website where you can download. It'll have some prompt questions on there to help you create the vision for your life, and to be able to write it down. And I'll ask you questions like, what does your career look like? Where are you in your career? Are you still at the same job? Are you making more money? Have you quit your job? Where have you traveled? How much money are you making? What are you driving? How's the relationship with your family, with your loved one? Did you start the business yet within the last year? I have all of those prompt questions to help you get down to the nitty-gritty, to help you get down to the details of the vision for your life. You have to understand that the vision that you have for your life is important. It's important. I can't even stress how important it is for those who want to live a life of fulfillment and happiness. It's important for those people. Most people are going to live a life on autopilot. I say that all the time. But I'm speaking to those people who want to live a life of fulfillment. I don't have an exact quote, but this quote from my these little daily affirmations. It says, how we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. That's Annie Dillard. And if you can have a vision for your life, then you can live it through your days. So I hope you have enjoyed this Monday. I'll see you next Monday.